Hey, if you're watching this video right now, it means you're at Lens Fest and you know something that most of the world haven't quite yet figured out. And that is that augmented reality is going to change every aspect of our lives when we move from the QWERTY keyboard being the primary input to technology to the camera and overlaying information onto the world. My name's Yusuf Omar. I've been a journalist for about 11 years, covered war zones, used to work at CNN International. Today, I'm the co-founder of Scene. We have 10 shows and we use augmented reality to guide citizens through the storytelling process. And I think whether you are an investor, a lens creator, any kind of individual organization, understanding which company or platform is likely to be successful in this augmenting computer future is really important, because you want to invest your time and your efforts behind that platform. And I think whichever platform is going to win is going to need the royal flush. They're going to need 5 cards. And I'm going to share with you what I think those are. The first is they need an operating system built around the camera. That is the 10. And when I look at Snap, they have hundreds of millions of people who every day open into the camera. I've worked with newsrooms around the world and we've actually been able to use that camera to enable people to tell stories in the most incredible ways. I mean, a few years ago, we were working with rape survivors in India and we were able to use lenses to help hide their identities and empower them to still tell their stories. So I think as an operating system built around the camera, Snap own that card. They really are worlds ahead, and that's why they have the 10. But of course, it's not just about an operating system, right? You also need great apps. And when you look at Lens Studio, it's like a Ferrari, and most of us are driving it in first gear. You know, we haven't really unlocked the full potential, but it's an incredibly powerful tool. My team's been able to use it to create Baby Fairy. My wife is very pregnant, so we're able to track the progress of our firstborn, soon to be, hopefully. We've been able to create environmental experiences here in Australia, where we have this koala bear named Albert who navigates you through space and time. We've created spectacles experiences so Muslims can understand the Quran in English and obviously hear it in Arabic. Really, really interesting things. In South Africa, we worked on an experience where you can scan colonial statues and they tell you about their racist past. So I think when you look at the Jack apps, Snap are so far ahead, and mainly because they've got such an amazing community, you guys that are developing amazing products, but of course you need a really good developer tool, and Lens Studio is just amazing in that respect. I think the next important card is a queen. We all know that this future of augmented reality is not going to be on a phone, and that's a really good thing. Who wants to look at the world like this and this? This is so much friction with the internet. It's most likely going to be wearables, right? We're going to be rocking something and being able to see information overlaid onto the world. And who knows, maybe I'm reading my script right now using these. And I've been wearing cameras on my body for like 10 years now. But since 2016, I've been wearing spectacles. And you know, they've come such a long way from one camera to being waterproof to 2 cameras to now having a full head-mounted display, right? A computer 2 centimeters away from my optical nerve, really putting the internet as close to my brain as possible and providing me with both creative experiences, like being chased by a zombie, but also like utility experiences. And I think in terms of like this combination of like really cool design, but also really like resilient, tough hardware, Snap have done some amazing work in that hardware space. So that for me is the queen, but the king is the most important. Whichever company is going to get billions of people around the world to wear wearables, they're gonna have to be so focused on privacy. For me, the king is privacy, because you get such valuable data, right? And such meaningful and sensitive data when people are wearing computers and cameras on their faces. You really need to trust that that platform is gonna use your data in a sensitive way and really gonna protect your data. And Snap have built an ethos and principles around the protection of data and really looking after their community as their first priority from day one. And I fundamentally believe that when we move into this wearable space, with trust being such an important card, Snap are really worlds ahead in terms of building trust. And trust doesn't come overnight, right? It's like a relationship. It takes years and years to build. The final card, the ace, is education. When the internet came out, people didn't really know why they'd need it. When mobile phones came out, people didn't really know why they'd need that. And as augmented reality starts to mainstream, and we expect by 2025, 75% of the world's population are going to use it on a regular basis, people don't really understand what they're going to do with the camera. That education is going to come from partners. It's going to come from this community who are at scale going to be showing people the incredible experiences that they can have that really create meaningful and positive changes in their lives. But education is such an important part. And when I look at that full royal flush, right from the operating system to the apps, to the hardware, right through to trust and of course education, I think Snap hold all those cards. And that's why I'm betting the farm on the platform. Especially as a small business, I don't have the flexibility or resources to be trying to do augmented reality on tons and tons of different platforms and trying to do it well. I've got to really look at the landscape and take a bet on who I think is going to win. And I think Snap's going to win. I'm really excited about everything this community is doing. I love the way that we all share so much and help each other out. And I think, you know, in the same way that there were billion-dollar businesses built in Web 2 around ride sharing and booking hotels, there are going to be massive organizations that are going to be built on this augmented computing future, and they're going to come out of this community. Take care, enjoy LensFest. Thanks so much.